Hello, friends. Welcome into the Cowboys Report, but today sucks. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody except Jason Garrett. It's very simple. You guys see the headline of this video. Garrett's got to go. So I already see the comments flowing in from earlier. Everybody type FG in the comments if it is finally time to fire Jason Garrett. I felt pretty good after that opening drive. The Cowboys marched on the field. They score. I'm like, okay, they're going to come out hot, as they often do. Jason Garrett's job is on the line, and they come out prepared and ready to go. And then after that opening drive, it was a shit show. And nothing went right for the Cowboys. Brett Maher sucked. Keith O'Quinn. Both those guys can go as far as I'm concerned. But to enact real change, you need something to happen at the top. And that begins with Jason Garrett. So everyone in the comments, keep them coming. Type FG if the Cowboys should fire Jason Garrett. It was a bad showing tonight for the Dallas Cowboys. It was simply not good enough. Here's the score. 26-50. Embarrassed. That's the single best word I can use to describe this game. They were embarrassed on national television. I can promise you Jerry Jones ain't happy. And look, the raw offensive numbers actually look okay. Dak, 32 of 49, 355, 2 touchdowns. It's a good fantasy day. But he had the strip sack, the really bad interception, a terrible, just god-awful throw to Zeke Elliott on 4th down. I don't know why the Cowboys draw up a play for Zeke. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But it's a terrible throw by Dak Prescott. No one from today's game is exempt from a just blighting into from you guys. The Cole Beasley revenge game worked out really well in favor of Cole. So everyone in the comments, while you're in there spamming FG, I do very much appreciate that. Give me your one-word reaction to this loss versus the Bills. Embarrassing, I think, is a fantastic one. Fire everybody also, I think, works out pretty well. It was a super, super frustrating game to watch. I got real mad. Like this ruined my Thanksgiving, and I think it ruined. That's a good one too, because I had a nice meal today, visiting family. Cowboys lose it. That's why, by the way, we have a little bit of a different outlook right now, because all the good stuff happens when I'm not in town. But it's very clear, and I think we're almost all in agreement. We did a poll the other week on the channel about if you should fire Jason Garrett now or later. Well, 90% voted yes. That might be a full 100% right now. He's got to go. Jerry Jones has said there would be no in-season change. He was not happy during the game. That was very clear. He was very upset. He was upset because they should be upset. That was a disaster from the Cowboys. Someone's yelling inside the locker room today, by the way. I promise you that. It's clear that Garrett isn't the guy. We can try and make changes here and there. Kris Richard has not called a good game as of late. He can go too if that's the route you want to go. But to enact real change, it's got to come from the top. And that begins with Jason Garrett and then working your way down after that. Garrett's got to go. I know the season isn't over. The Cowboys can still win the NFC East. They're going to lose tiebreakers, though. If they lose to the Eagles, they will not make it to the playoffs because the Eagles are going to win a bunch of games. If they are tied and they don't beat Philadelphia head-to-head, they're not making the playoffs. The loss to the Bills, a team that Eagles have beaten, like the Jets the Eagles have or will beat, they're going to lose that tiebreaker, that common opponent outcome. So if they don't outright win the division by beating the Eagles or whatever, they're not going to make it. So I'm done waiting. I don't see any real reason at this point for the Cowboys to not fire Garrett. It doesn't add anything in the end. Garrett's not the guy. They were embarrassed. Keep those FGs coming in the comments section. Now, if you agree with me and you want Jason Garrett fired, then subscribe. We'll speak with the votes, so to speak. I would assume everyone says yes, because Garrett's just not the guy. He can go somewhere else. As soon as Garrett gets fired, we'll get lives one way or another for you guys. We will have all kinds of updates on potential replacements for Jason Garrett as well, one of which is already on the channel. And I'll warn everybody right now, just as well, all the crazy Cowboy stuff, it happens when I'm not in town. I'm not in town right now. I don't get back to Dallas until late tomorrow night. That's late Friday night. Maybe the change will have already occurred. I certainly hope so. The ownership's not happy. Front office is not happy. That was an embarrassment for the Dallas Cowboys. A terrible, terrible showing overall. Now, we're going to get to some of your comments here as well. As a reminder, please use hashtag Cowboys. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for producer Dylan. We are thousands of miles apart. He's still hooking us up today to get your questions on the show. So use that hashtag Cowboys. This is a safe space. Feel free to vent. We all need it right now because the Cowboys, they pooped the bed on Thanksgiving. And that's really not okay when you're already warned, hey, can't be doing that again. That's what the Cowboys ended up doing this time around. So use hashtag Cowboys. Get your questions on the air here. Producer Dylan will bring them up on screen. We'll break them down because it's needed right now. Everyone needs a vent session here. So again, use that hashtag Cowboys. Get your questions on the air. We'll have Dylan get one up here in just a second for you guys from Geek Guild. FG, thank you. And hire a professional clown, more respect. Interesting. Going with the clown route. I wasn't anticipating clown jokes today, but Garrett has been a clown lately, and if you get a professional one, maybe that would work out better. So thank you, Geek, for that question. Reminder, use hashtag Cowboys like James Laws does here. Garrett's been wasting talent for 10 years and still can't match what Jimmy or even Switzer did with Jimmy's team in wins. You're not wrong, James. Now, reminder, we're not bringing back Jimmy Johnson or Barry Switzer. Terrible idea. But Garrett has had chance after chance after chance after chance. I think at this point, there's no reason to give him more chances. Let him go, make a change, bring in somebody else. All right, next up here on our live kind of reaction, KB with a question that I think he just copy-pasted from my Twitter. Respect, KB. Why the hell does Brett Maher have a job? I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense. The Cowboys are trying to get him a short field goal because they don't trust him, and then he misses the field goal anyway. I think Maher isn't even the biggest problem. I think Maher is maybe better described as a symptom of the Cowboys' problems. They trusted Brett Maher when they really shouldn't have. There was no reason to do that. He was not a reliable kicker. He is a sub 70% guy. The biggest mistake was not bringing in somebody else in the offseason to really compete with him. And they've compounded that mistake week in and week out by continuing to just give him the job despite having terrible results otherwise. All right, next up here on our live Q&A from Destroyer Dog, thank you very much. We're not going anywhere if the Dallas Clownheads won't fix themselves. I assume you mean the front office guys? That could make some sense there, but I agree, Destroyer Dog. Things have to change, and I think it begins with Garrett because McClay, Steven, and Jerry, they're not going to go anywhere. They're staying. So fix what you can fix. At the top, that begins with Jason Garrett. All right, next up here on our live Q&A, reminder, keep using that hashtag Cowboys. It's a vent session. Say whatever you feel you need to say. It'll be okay. All right, Shoppy, I hope I got that name right, 2014. What do the Cowboys have to do to make the playoffs? In all reality, win out, and now you need help from the Eagles. You have to win out. That's your only path to the playoffs. Now, the Cowboys' schedule these last 4 games, it's not the most daunting of all time. It's certainly doable. I mean, the Bears are a mess. The Rams are the mess. Week 17 is going to be an auto win against the bad NFC East team. You got the Eagles Week 16. You needed this one against the Bills. This was a game you really had to have, or else things get dicey, especially with how easy the Philadelphia Eagles' schedule is. Week 16, in reality, was already a must-win game. Now it is absolutely a must-win game. Now, unfortunately, I will be honest with you guys, I bet on the Cowboys to win this game. I felt pretty good they were going to be able to do that. That is not the case, as the Cowboys didn't do that whatsoever. But I still got plenty of money left over on BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. Just had a buddy sign up today, actually, at chatsports.com/bet. That deposit bonus. You know what we'll be able to do in a little bit? We'll be able to bet on who Jason Garrett's replacement is because something has to change, and hopefully that is Garrett. So head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. We'll keep going with your comments and your questions here live on Facebook, live on YouTube from Ruben Vera. Still predictable play calling and no preparation for their opponents. I was okay with the play calling. I'll probably have more critiques on the offensive side of the ball later on. I want more blitzes on defense. They put up yards. They just didn't finish drives. There were some definitely bad play calls there in the end. The preparation part, though, now that one I am in complete agreement on. The preparation was a disaster for the Cowboys. It was not good enough. It's the case for quite a while now. The Cowboys don't prepare for their opponents, and it ends up killing them in the end. So, Ruben, I completely agree with you there in the end. FGs, keep them coming in the comments section. Super chat coming in. Thank you very much, Dwayne Porter. Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, who is the coach that can deal with Jerry? Jimmy Johnson couldn't. Bill Parcells couldn't. Who is that quality coach? I think Bill and Jerry got along well enough. And I also want to make this point. The Jerry Jones that coached or was in charge when Jimmy Johnson was there is different than the Jerry Jones that was in charge when Bill Parcells was there, and that's a different Jerry compared to right now. And I think you see it in the way Jerry runs the Cowboys. Jerry might be the GM in name, but that's Will McClay making personnel decisions. That's Stephen Jones making the money work out in the end. So Jerry Jones, I think he saw how things went for Al Davis, and he has passed off a great deal of power within the organization. So I'm actually not overly concerned about a coach wanting to work with Jerry. If anything, the fact he's kept Jason Garrett around so long is actually going to be a selling point because look how patient I've been. I think for Jerry, there's definitely some gamble in making a change, but it's still the right move. Another super chat coming in. Thank you very much from Jordan King. I can't wait to hear Jerry's comments on the game. Jerry might muzzle himself. There was a lot of screaming in the locker room after the game, I've heard. Of course, I'm not there, but that's what I've been told. Jerry was not happy. You saw him during the game. You saw his comments after last week's game. Then you lose to, I know the Bills are 8-3. Are they really an 8-3 team? I certainly don't think so. An embarrassing question. All right, more super chats coming in. Thank you guys very much. Gold Fox. FG, please, Jerry. Completely agree. Be like Gold Fox. Put your FGs in the comments to fire Garrett. Right. Next up here from Ronald Waller. Hashtag Cowboys. Will they have tryouts for a new kicker? Let's hope so. Let's also have tryouts for a new special teams coach because Keith O'Quinn can also hit the road along with Jason Garrett. There might be some redeemable assistants on this staff. I don't really care at this point. Fire everyone you need to. Bring in a new head coach. Let him hire who you think he needs to hire as well. Changes are needed. Hopefully that begins with Jason Garrett. And hopefully it happens really soon. It's just not worked out. He absolutely has to go now. All right, Super Chat again from ASAP Dallas. A very fitting name for the Super Chat there. Hashtag Cowboys 3 times. As far as how bad the players played, did it seem like the players just gave up on Garrett? I think this is the first time we've really seen the Cowboys with their backs against the wall, Jason Garrett's ass on the line, not really show up. They did it earlier this year against the Eagles. They came out hot and they came out great and they won that game. And I thought we saw the same after that opening drive, and then it all just kind of went away. Xavier Su'a-Filo gets absolutely destroyed by Ed Oliver, leads to a strip sack. It didn't work out. So I don't know if they fully quit, but they came close enough to say, you know what, Jason, those players don't have your back in the same way that they used to, and that's a big problem. Now, we're all still Cowboys fans. Let's not forget that. So if you're looking for a Black Friday deal, we got you guys covered. Chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. It's the Black Friday deal over on Fanatics. They are 25% off. If you want one, go get it done. Chatsports.com/Cowboys jerseys. Maybe you're not loving Dak or Zeke or Amari right now. I get it. There are still players we like on this team. Get yourself a Christmas gift or for a loved one as well. Chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. One more time. Chatsports.com/Cowboys jerseys. Those are 50% off right, or 25% off, 25% off right now at chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. All right, now from Keith Brown here. No real coach will want the job unless he can bring in his own staff. Do you think Jerry will relinquish control? Absolutely. Like, the staff right now on the Cowboys is Jason Garrett's staff. It's not like Jerry Jones is the one saying, hey, I want that. Now, the Cowboys certainly do like several of their assistants. We saw the Jets this past year not get Matt Rule because they didn't want him to hire a particular offensive coordinator. So it'll probably be a little bit of a give and take there, I think, in the end. But I think yes, you will see Jerry let a new coach bring in his own staff. I think that's the right route that they should go. Absolutely. All right, more comments and live Q&A here coming in. So remember, use hashtag Cowboys. Keith, I appreciate it. Even though you used hashtag, no, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Use that hashtag Cowboys. Get your questions on the show. We will do several mailbags here in the end. All right, Stroyer Dog. Who should be blamed the most for this loss? That's a great question. There's a lot of blame to go around. We'll see. I think at the end, if there are issues across the board on all three phases of the game, that's probably a coaching staff issue. And that's probably a Jason Garrett issue as well. Now, Jerry Jones might keep telling people this is not a time for a potential coaching change. It is for Jason Garrett to go, but keep using those hashtag Cowboys. If I didn't get your questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter as well. Time now for more Cowboys Q&A.